In this video, I want to talk to you about the Juki DX3000 QVP. The QVP stands for Quilt Virtuoso Pro. This is the ultimate quilting, sewing, and garment construction machine. You're going to be able to do so many things with it. Let's give you a brief overview of what all this machine can do for you. Juki is known for legendary quality. Juki makes their own machines in their own factories with their employees. You'll find this particular machine has top-of-the-line quality with the screen, the motor, the working components on this machine. It has all the nicer computer controls built into the machine. No need to go to a computer. Everything's built in. There are hundreds of stitches built in, over 350 stitches on this particular machine. We can adjust the length and the width on all of our sewing patterns. This machine features a digital tension system, and we also can change the width and on screen see an actual size what the size of the stitch is, so we get an idea of what it's going to look like on our fabric. Threading of this machine is very easy. Everything, there's a channel that's going all the way down to my needle. All I have to do is follow the channel, and then when I get to my needle, I have a built-in needle threader on the machine. This machine has the top drop-in bobbin, and on my bobbin cover I do have markings on it I can use as a seam guide. The needle plate as well has seam markings on it, and this needle plate is very easy to adjust. There's a magnet holding it down. I pull it up to change out for my straight stitch plate. On the machine as well I have the 7-point feed dog system, an extra high lift on the presser foot. So here my fabric is touching the feed dogs in 7 places, and this is an elongated feed dog system, so it's going to be more surface area touching my fabric. For lighter weight materials, it really does come in handy having that system, so it doesn't pucker the fabric. It keeps it flat as the machine is feeding the material through. Do have a built-in drop feed. By the touch of a button, I can move the feed dogs out of the way for my free motion work. On the front of the machine, we'll have a lot of computer controls, but everything is laid out very easy. We'll zoom in to show you a little bit about the touch screen. On my touch screen, I have a lot of tools built in where I need to go in and change some settings, where it's the tension, my pivot function, anything about the machine I'm able to do here, and then I can easily back out into the stitches. All my stitches have numbers on them, so I can pull up the stitch that I want to. In actual size, when I go to change the stitch, the machine will show me on screen exactly how big that's going to be on my fabric. It goes up to 7 millimeters on my width. Some of the stitches have factory defaults on them that you can only go so wide, but most of your stitches you're going to be able to go the full 7 millimeters. Here I can adjust anything that I need to, and then when I get ready to sew, I'm ready to go. If you'll notice how clear the screen is on this machine, so it's in full color. Visibility is not a problem with this particular machine for me pulling up the stitches that I need to and seeing that information. On the front of the machine I have plenty of lights under the 12-inch throat space here. So from my needle to the inside of the sewing arm is 12 inches. And you get about 5.5 inches tall here. So if I'm rolling up a quilt, just having more room to operate and keep my hands on the fabric as I'm sewing is a big plus. And there's not many machines on the market that's going to give you a 12-inch throat space from your needle. I do have the pivot function. I can hit a button here. It's going to raise and lower the presser foot for me. There are features built in that do auto pivot. If I'm turning a corner, I'm able to do that quite easily. I do have the needle up, needle down feature. There's times we want to set the needle in the fabric if we're doing applique, turning a corner, or anything like that when I let off my foot control, or if I just want to use my start stop button, I don't have to use the foot control. It does have the built-in scissor on it, and I have the speed slider on it. So this will override the speed of the machine. If I'm using a foot control, it will override my foot control for me, so I don't have to worry about going too fast. I do have the auto lock feature here. Now auto lock is a feature that you don't see on too many machines. What the auto lock feature is going to do for you, it will tie the stitch off underneath. So you know in old-timey machines we have the reverse, and this machine does have reverse, but that's used to all you had on a machine. But now we have the auto lock that ties that stitch off underneath, so it's hidden and out of the way. So I never see that again. It just makes your garment look so much nicer, so much more presentable. And again, we have the start stop button. If I don't want to use the foot control, I don't have to. The machine does have a place right here we can put a knee lift in, and that knee lift will raise and lower my presser foot for me. So if I want to keep my hands on the garment, I'm able to do that and use my knee lift to raise and lower that presser foot. Now let's do a little bit of sewing on this machine so you can see how smooth it sews. Notice how smooth it operates. It sews quite nicely. I hit my auto lock feature. It's going to tie that stitch off for me. Then I hit my scissor. I'm able to raise my presser foot just by the touch of a button. Then I'm done. Here I'm going to sew through heavy materials. The machine can handle several layers of denim with no problem whatsoever. The motor size in this machine is quite a bit larger than your average machine. I do have that extra high lift under my presser foot. There also is a lever on the back. If I want to raise and lower the presser foot, I'm able to do that very easy. So now I'm able to go through 8 layers of denim with no problem whatsoever. And the top drop-in bobbin system really does make a big difference. It's kind of a jam-proof system. I'm not going to have to worry about the machine, if I sew a couple stitches over itself, it jamming. You notice how this digital system on the tension really does help regulate the tension of the machine. So I'm not having to worry about adjusting tensions all the time. Then I can speed it up really quick. With the DX3000, you're going to get the specialized foot control with the button that you can hit to press the scissor to engage it. It's loaded with accessories, extra needle plates. Have all these on the website, but it comes in its own specialty case so you can keep all of your accessories together. Ken Sewing Center is an authorized Juki dealer. We carry everything that's made for the DX3000. It comes loaded with a lot of accessories, but there are optional accessories available. We can help you pick those out and recommend the correct presser foot for what you're wanting to do. We have 4 full-time technicians, and we're here 6 days a week to help you with any kind of questions after the sale.